Hey guys. Hopefully this looks different. I think I finally figured out my age-old problem of the scrubby iPhone, whatever YouTube screen. But yeah, so finally invested in a different kind of phone clamp holder device, whatever you want to call it. And so now my phone's sideways and you can see me. So hopefully, again, it looks a lot better. We're making changes. We're taking small steps forward. Yeah, it is. As always, I hope you're all well. By the way, it is Tuesday. If you missed me for the last time, or not, that's a little rude. But if you missed me, I apologize. But you know, I hope you're all well, and I hope you've all been well, I should say. It's Tuesday at 5:48. Just got out. You know, obviously pretty late today, but you know, it is what it is. Like, all good. It's allowed to happen every once in a while without me kind of losing my mind, so no worries. What is kind of crazy though is it's already sunset at not even 6 o'clock at night. So so that is a little crazy, but you know, I guess that's just what comes with this change of seasons, this changing of the guard. So all good. Sunrise this morning was really cool, so was glad I got to see that. So hopefully this sunset kind of matches. I guess we'll find out. I think we're also going to find out how bad traffic is going to be, since we got out pretty late. I have no idea. I haven't gotten to the main road yet, but from what it looks like right now, I don't think it will actually be that bad. But again, we'll see in a minute or two. But yeah, so you know, it has been a couple of days at that since I made a video for you guys. Been making a lot of changes and adjustments and pivots and experimentations, whatever you want to call it, with kind of my daily life and everything within and surrounding that. And so one of those things is, if you didn't catch it from one of my last videos, is that I'm pivoting from going to the office 5 days a week to only going in 3 days. Another pivot, right, is this new camera view, the phone clamp. There's a long list of other stuff, other changes, adjustments, whatnot that I'm making. I wouldn't call them permanent, only temporary, because you know, I want to see how I like them, and then, you know, either stick with it or make further changes from there. So these are all only temporary changes. Yeah, so again, I think this whole week of videos is going to be almost kind of random in a way, because it's all just a bunch of manual adjustments, as my team would probably prefer to call it. Anyways, so yeah, it's Tuesday. It's not Monday for the first video of the week. It's Tuesday. I worked from home on Thursday and Friday, so there was no video. Then the last video of the week last week was on Wednesday, and then on Monday I had off of work. I have to come in on Columbus Day, and I guess normally that's like a holiday where companies get off, but because I have to come in, I was given like a floating holiday, and I was told to use it, or it wasn't really my choice, but I was told that it would be on Monday, this past Monday. So yeah, that's why there was no video on Monday either, because normally Monday my team has to come to office, but for me, I didn't have to, so it was a nice little shake up. Yeah, so first video of the week on a Tuesday. What I think I'm gonna do is I'll come into the office Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday I'll work from home, so you'll get your 3 videos for the week, and I'll get my 3 days in office. And it's kind of interesting because I'm not sure if by chance or by by purpose, and I just didn't realize it, but I worked from home. I never worked from home before, and I worked from home on Thursday and Friday of last week for the first time. And it was cool. I mean, there's pros and cons to it. Super convenient, of course. Only having to go down a flight or two of stairs in my own house to get to my little working station that I have set up. But I think one thing I've learned already is that I would actually prefer just to be in office. And again, it kind of comes back for a kind of short list of reasons. But I do really like I would just be kind of rambling on for minutes, but I worked from home for 2 days. There's pros and cons to working at home and going into the office. But I honestly think I prefer just going into the office, especially with like how lucky I am with everything, of how it's so close, and it's very up to date, the office, and say like my desk layout is really, really nice. Again, something I'm really grateful for at the office. So again, working from home is great. You can kind of take things a little slower in the morning. You don't have to drive to work, obviously, and you're in your house the whole day, so it's not like not like you have to travel far for anything at all. But yeah, I think I just prefer to work in the office more. And again, it could just be because of what went down on the days that I decided to work from home. I don't think Thursday, with the stuff that me and my team do every week, it works well for me to work from home. I think I just prefer to be in the office that day with everything that I have to do and what's available to me at the office. But I think Friday is definitely a good day to work from home, and maybe I'll just kind of I'll just continue to experiment around with, say, on Tuesday, or probably gonna be Tuesday. So with that being said, I mean, this week's kind of an exception because I know I'm rambling a ton and it's probably not making any sense, but it's all good. But this week is gonna be kind of in the air all week with just with having Monday off. But I would say for next week, just expect that you'll get a video Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I think Tuesday and Friday I'll work from home, so you won't get a video that day. And again, if that breaks your heart, then I apologize. But I'll also have to experiment around with this little view thing a little more. Yeah, but we'll figure that out. But it's a time of change in my life. And I think change it's gonna definitely impact my day-to-day life and really just my overall state of being. But kind of hoping for the best as always, and that there'll be good changes at that. I mean, there always are good changes, but they'll have the most positive impact possible on me. If they don't, then I'll just keep making changes until they do. So who knows? Who knows how long that'll take? But anyways, anything else? Yeah, so I guess one last update. On Monday I had off, and I really wanted to do something with my day off and not just like be a bum around the house, kind of like making like a waste of the day, if you will. So I took a day trip to the beach, and so that was cool. So yeah, I made good use of the day, and it was actually like, I know it's fall, and especially today, it's fall with the early sunset, and it's been like, I mean, it's been like, for a fall day, it's been kind of warm. It's been like mid-60s and pretty sunny, like not many clouds in the sky. But it was a little windy. The air felt crisp. Your fall weather really is starting to set in. But so yeah, I'm just trying to soak up the very last of the fairly warm weather we have. But anyways, on Monday, it was honestly kind of like summer weather. I went to the beach knowing that it would be cloudy and then start to open up into sun, and that it would be surprisingly warm for a fall day. It would be like around 70. Turns out it got to like 80, and it was cloudy for, part of my time there. And then after that, the skies just literally opened up. And then it was like 80 and sunny. And all I had was like a chair and myself. So I got a little sunburn. I don't know if you can tell, but I got a little sunburn. I'm all right with it though. Figured it would probably be my last opportunity to catch a little tan before I just turn into a complete ghost with how my skin works. But yeah, so good use of the day on Monday. So that's always good. Again, made a lot of changes, or at least implemented a lot of changes that I'd planned over the weekend. So again, all is good with that. Just small steps every day towards my end goal, which is probably the same end goal as you. And, we just haven't really realized it yet. But anyways, so yeah, I think we're all good with updates now. As we're like 11 minutes in. But yeah, honestly, because of like how the day went, I was very occupied the whole time. Especially like with like the whole overtime, if you want to call it that too. So I honestly really don't know what to talk to you guys about. Jeez, almost just stalled out, but really don't know what to talk to you guys about. It's gonna be a big wing it day, which as always is all good, so long as there are not all wing it days, and I can actually have a decent agenda of what to talk to you guys about. Yeah, today's gonna be a wing it day. Good day, nothing wrong with it. Went overtime, but all good. A little bit of a mind pretzel day, but again, in moderation, all is well. So that's exactly where we are. We're well. Yeah, so quite honestly, don't really know what to talk to you guys about today. I know it's kind of been the common theme just with my blabbering and yapping, talking about change and experimentation. So, I guess with that, to draw a little lesson and plant a little seed of thought in your mind is that, just embrace change. Don't be scared of it. Change, and especially manual, self-imposed change, can, if you make the right changes, if you consciously make the right changes in the best interest of you and whatever journey you're on, change is really the best possible, or one of the best things that you can do for yourself in the long run. So just remember that. That's something that I've been working on. And I've already felt a big change in my overall state of being with everything. I know if you watched last week and maybe prior weeks too, you probably heard me say that I kind of felt myself slipping away from the path that I was previously on towards, the person that I want to become and the journey that I want to be on in my life. I felt like I was things were changing, and I was kind of slipping off the path that I wanted to be on and onto a different one that I didn't want to be on. And it kind of took a toll on my overall state of being. And I said it was on me to make those changes. If I weren't happy with how things were going deep down, it was on me to make those changes at the end of the day. And so that's what I started doing. And I'm only not too far into those changes, and I've already noticed a big positive impact and positive change on how I am right now. So what that means is I'm doing something right. Some of these changes, if not all of them, are having a positive impact on me as I was hoping they were, and I'm putting myself back on that right path that I want to be on. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop making changes. Again, this is all just experimentations. I'm going to keep making changes, but yeah, just remember that change is good. I think also it's good to remember, and this is something that I heard today in a podcast on my way to work, is that failure is also not only a good thing, but a very good thing too. And I know I kind of dedicated a whole video to this already, where I said that failure is an acronym for the first attempt in learning. So I'm not going to delve into that too much more. But I was listening to this podcast, and they were talking about failure, And they were saying some stuff that really resonated with me, and it was stuff that I didn't mention previously in my whole video about failure. And pretty much what they talked about was, at least in the society that many of us live in today, we're kind of taught that failure is pretty much like the death of us. Like, it's something that should never happen, should never ever happen, and if it does happen, it's like the worst thing imaginable. Like, the world ends, like we all die, like it's literally like total apocalypse. Like, failure should never ever ever happen in our lives. And that's kind of how we're subconsciously raised, unfortunately, since a very young age. So, it makes sense that many of us fear failure, and because of that, unfortunately, many of us can dream these beautiful dreams and have these amazingly high visions. But unfortunately, we're never able to bring them to fruition, because we feared failure. And really, it shouldn't be that way. As I mentioned, failure is only the first attempt in learning, nothing more. And failure really is not only important to achieving everything you want to achieve in your life, but it really is necessary. If you don't fail, you don't learn. And if you don't learn, you don't get better, and you don't change, and you don't adapt, and embrace and overcome and do every other thing that will eventually lead you to bringing your most beautiful dream, your highest vision, into fruition and making it a reality for yourself. And I think that's kind of what separates. And again, like, as always, I'm no poster child with all this. Like, yes, I have these lofty thoughts and these beautiful dreams and these high visions, but I deeply believe that I'm becoming closer to making them reality with each and every day, but I'm not there yet. And I truly do believe that I'm a lot closer to bringing them into reality than I may think, but I'm not there yet. I'm still on the path. I'm still in the journey towards the destination. But I think the biggest thing, or one of the biggest things at least, that separates those who truly bring their dreams into reality, or however else you want to word that, is that they don't fear failure. They get up and they try every day, and if they fail, they fail. They don't let it stop them. If anything, they just learn from it and try again the next day. That being that 1% better. They don't let failure stop them. They don't fear failure, because really, failure is not like the end all be all. It's not the death of you. It's like there's a way that someone worded it, I'm trying to remember, but pretty much what they said, and I think it's really true. And there's a lot of people that say it's not just this one person I'm thinking of, but they said something along the lines of, like, it's a very cool moment for everyone when they take a big leap on something and they fail, and maybe say they fail miserably. But even if they fail miserably, like, they open their eyes and they're like, oh my god, like, that wasn't that bad. Like, I'm still alive. Like, life is still good. Like, sure, I'm not exactly where I want to be, and it's not exactly the outcome that I wanted, but, like, it really wasn't that bad as I thought it was going to be, as I was kind of raised to think it would be. They said it's a very good moment. It's a very cool moment when people realize that. And I think then it kind of opens the floodgate for them that, failure really isn't that bad of a thing as it turns out. And because of that, they fail and they try again and they fail again and they try again and again and they fail again and they keep going, because, they never die at the end of the day, no matter how many times they fail. Like, life still always goes on. Life is always still good. They keep going. And eventually, like, I guess it just gets ingrained in their subconscious mind to, fail and just get back up and keep going. And it gets so ingrained in their mind that they don't even notice what they're doing. And then eventually one day they hit it big. And then the floodgates open even more, and all these other good things start happening, and they start piling onto each other, and domino effect happens. And then before they know it, their dreams have become reality. And I kind of like that. I like it a lot, and I kind of related a lot to what I'm doing. If you've been following along this series of videos that I've been doing over the past like 2-ish months, I've made quite a good amount of videos, and none of them have, say, gone viral yet. So I guess if you really want to put a category on it, you can say that I failed at every video. And when I first started making these, I was very self-conscious of them, or self-conscious, conscience. I don't know. I was very self-aware of all of them, and I was honestly kind of insecure in a way about them too. Because it was all brand new, and it kind of went against everything that subconsciously was ingrained into my mind from a very young age about doing what I'm doing. But eventually, just with repetition and continued repetition at that, I've kind of been able to reprogram my mind, and no matter like how little views or whatever degree you want to put on a failure, right, that you want to make these YouTube videos and these TikToks that I make, I just, I don't let it stop me. I keep going. Sure, I make changes, and sure, I don't post, say, enough as I used to, which is kind of, I'm all good with it. It's planned, but I don't let it stop me, and I know that one day the stars are going to align, and I'm going to say the right thing at the right time to the right people, and eventually I'm gonna put a video out there, and it's gonna stick. Something good will happen, and then from there more good things will happen, and before I know it, I'll be living my dream in a way with all this stuff that I'm doing, trying to help you guys out. But yeah, and again, I think a big part of that not only is just embracing failure and not fearing failure, not being afraid of failure, but also just believing in yourself and in what you're doing. I'm not going to go too deep into that, but I truly deep down do believe in what I'm doing, and do believe that what I'm doing is not only genuinely good for me, but also genuinely good for whoever's listening, and really just in general the world around me. So yeah, that being said, there's plenty more to me to come, so get used to it. But I'm just about home now, so just remember that there's a lot more to it than you think. Remember to ask me questions and leave suggestions. As always, I'm trying to make changes, so more changes is always welcome. If you guys want to leave any suggestions, remember that I'm always on your side. Remember to make changes. Remember to accept and embrace and not be afraid of failure, and believe in yourself, and don't hesitate to think and especially speak things into existence. I think you'll be surprised at how powerful that kind of stuff can be for you if you allow it. But yeah, hope you guys had a good day. Again, this is gonna be a pretty sporadic week with videos, and probably video topics, but I think all weeks kind of coming are going to be a little different, with whatever days I decide to work from home. But again, I will be rock solid in that you will get at least 3 videos a week. They might be on different days, but Monday and Wednesday, you will definitely get a video, and then some other day in the week you'll get a video too. Probably Thursday, but that's at least the plan for next week. I'm not going to think too far ahead. But yeah, again, one last time, hope you guys are all doing well, and we'll talk soon. Bye.